Hello everybody, and welcome to a look into Hades, made by Supergiant Games. They've made games like Bastion, which I played a lot of, and it's probably one of my more favorite games. I haven't played that in years though. Transistor, which I played a little bit of, but not fully. And I don't know how the third game, that one's pronounced, but basically, Hades combines elements all three of these and turns it into like an action roguelike kind of game. So I'm going to be explaining a few things, and I'll play like the first part of the game, just to show all what you're going to be expecting. So right now, here we go.
I forgot something.
Okay, so there are a few things that I have to show around this house, because this house is a very, the House of Hades has a few like characters you can interact with, a few other like things you can do. Let's go over here. Hypnos will tell you about what you died on and give you some like info on how to defeat the enemy. So go over here. This guy will generally just tell you more story progress, but he's interesting. I should note that this character, or Achilles, is definitely is part of a side quest. That's what I do know. So some of these all these characters have side quests that you can do. Each of them have their own different story paths and like rewards. Hades is right here, so you can talk to him.
Truly sorry that he's troubled you again, Cerberus. I know how much you value resting here, and yet I have no better means to bar the entry to our realm than you.
I thought you'd figured out by now that guilting me into abandoning my quest won't work. You're the one who should feel guilty forcing Cerberus to block my path.
What would you know of it? Cerberus cannot be forced to do anything. He simply understands he has responsibilities.
Damn.
And there it is again.
So yeah, that's just dialogue between them. Kind of, interesting adds to the characters right there. So go over here. This renovate thing. Okay, so there are these gems that you can get your hands on that will basically give you, upgrades, or not upgrades, but like just specific, cosmetic stuff around, the House of Hades that you can get for your room. You can get, some court music and all that, which is, the side quest that I did actually kind of complete, because the person to play music is this one, Orpheus, and to get, this done, you have to talk to someone else, specifically in the second part of the game, and you need to do some more back and forth kind of stuff here. And that's kind of generally how the whole, quest line works. Maybe there are a few other, caveats to it, but I don't quite remember how it's really done. I just, kind of guess I did it by accident, but
I don't know.
for the most part, actually, I had to deliver something to her, I believe. Yeah, that's right, or deliver a message. It's something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since I picked up this game, because by the time I was finishing it, I was done with college, or kind of like near the end of college, and I kind of had to focus my studies on that, and I don't have, the best memories of everything that's happened, so that's just how things go. So we'll go over here. This is a shop that you can trade, gems for keys, keys for nectar. You need nectar to gift to the gods and other characters in the game, because they'll give you, benefits like charms and all that, which I'll get into. I'll get into that in like a second here. So yeah, I would do that. So that just kind of does. The keys unlock special abilities or like upgrades that you can get, which I'll also get into a tiny bit as well soon. And what I mean by like tiny bit, I legit mean like right now, because I'm going to be going into Zagreus' room. So in here, you can get, some of the cosmetic stuff that you can get. You can go into this room. This table will tell you about all of your, like, some quests that you can do. So that's what you can do. Over here in this mirror is where you can get, some power-ups right here. Or the, Mirror of Night. So with these, you can get yourself, specific, abilities and all that stuff that you can, just use. Now, each of these abilities have two, variations to them. So I have Fiery Presence right here on because, I deal bonus damage to striking undamaged foes, which is, You know, really, you know, interesting, you know, move because, or ability, I should say, because you can, you know, do more damage and you can just, you know, defeat enemies quicker. But that's just, you know, my play style right here. So there's Shadow Presence right here, and you can deal bonus damage while attacking enemies behind, which is actually going to be something you're going to be doing quite a lot because you need to like move throughout the game. That's just kind of how, you know, Hades works. There are like others that you can get, like, you know, there's the Death Defiance, which, you know, brings you back when like 50%, or you can get, you know, you restore 30% of health instead of dying, which I prefer Death Defiance. You know, that's just, you know, my, you know, cup of tea. But yeah, just mix and match to what you have, and you'll just find something that you're used to. I'm going to keep Fiery Presence on. Although I'm probably not going to lie. I think, I'm going to try Shadow Presence, actually, because I do think Shadow Presence is a bit better, because you can deal with enemies more easily. So go over here. Oh. Well, I guess Scully's not in here, but usually there's like some skeleton named Scully that you can practice on. So right over here, we have a total of 6 weapons that we use. I'll show the basics of each. Oh, he's right there. Okay. Well, yeah, so this is a sword that you can get. Very interesting. Over here is a spear. But yeah, you can use that. Spear, shield. I have not used a shield at all, so I really don't know how this goes. But yeah, so you can use a shield if you want. There are some ranged weapons if you're more comfortable with using those. There's like a bow that you can use. This requires, you know, charging though, kind of deal here, so you kind of have to be a bit, you know, careful on that. Here's a gun that you can, you know, use. So yeah, depending on like how that works. The gun does have to reload, so you have to be a bit careful on like what you do. But my personal favorite and the weapon that we're going to be using for the run is these fists right here. The aspects of twin fists. Yeah, okay. So these basically, this is more for more like dangerous kind of combo style right here, but something that I myself just personally prefer using. So I'm going to go on to the charms now, or yeah, the charms, keepsakes right here. These basically give you, you know, a passive that you can get for, you know, in the game. So it's just, you know, you get to mix and match. Typically what these do is some of these manually just give you like extra, you know, rarity chances for, you know, different, you know, gods and goddesses and like Hades. So I go for the Eternal Rose. I can get, you know, the boons for Aphrodite will be, you know, more like rarer or something. I have a chance to like chance to get a better one kind of deal here. But I typically like to bring on the Lucky Tooth, as this gives me an extra life to go on. So yeah, typically I have 3, but with Lucky Tooth you get from Scully, just by giving him 1 nectar, he'll give you a Lucky Tooth. So that's just how, you know, it goes right here. So before we prepare for our run, there are these packs of punishments that you can, you know, equip. These will basically make the run more challenging, and it's something that you do after you beat, you know, just everything like once. I'm only going to be going for the first, like, you know, part of the world, so just keep that in mind. But for the most part, this is what, you know, you do to make the runs harder. So right now, I can only equip up to a total of 3. You can get some examples like, foes will appear in greater number, 20% per rank. You can take more damage, hard labor. You can make enemies be more tankier. I think bosses don't count for that. I could be wrong though. And if you want, at some point, you can actually turn all of these on. So like, there's like a total of like, I believe 63 things you can turn on here. For each, because like some of them have 2, some of them have more, so you can like turn this on to 4. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But if you do turn them on, you do get, you know, some extra rewards, which are really nice. This one you see by the Tartarus and 6, you know, were like columns. That basically upgrades, you know, your weapons, so certain, you know, like other abilities or like whatever. It's like something like around like that. But I know it like upgrades weapons. I haven't experimented with too much because I don't know everything, you know, about Hades, but I just, you know the general process. So let's go and begin our escape. Go down here.
Dare you to insinuate Poseidon has the slightest jurisdiction here? Once waters from the surface flow beneath the earth, they become mine. Each of the rivers, they are mine, not his.
Oh boy. Okay.
Who needs your rivers?
So go down here. This is a hammer right here. These will basically, you know, these are like for the more physical attacks. You actually 900% damage to armor, which is really a nice ability, by the way. Because you can just take care of them so easily. Let's go over here. This purple stuff is darkness. Now, darkness is actually used to upgrade your abilities that you saw in the mirror. So typically, you just want to, you know, do like stuff like that. That's what you want to save them for. This golden jar is going to contain some coins. And these enemies right here, they're just generally, they're pretty weak. So we just I can take care of these, no problem. Let's go over here. This is where we're going to be coming across our boons. I've just got to beat these enemies, though. And those things blow up. I got hit right there. And I got hit there, so that's just great. But yeah, what I'm doing right here is what you kind of want to primarily do in Hades with all like the weapons you use. Let's go over here. Got a little upgrade from Athena. So, go over here. This is where the boons come in hand. Now, these boons are basically going to be giving you, you know, a power-up or upgrade that you can, you know, use. So, there's an attack boon. This is a cast boon. And this is a special boon. So, I'm going to go for the attack boon here, but I should probably explain about how the boons, you know, operate. You can have a total of, like, 5, like, boons right here with the, my attack is on like the left side of the screen. I should probably point out that specific boons do not stack. So the attack, cast, dash, special boons, they don't stack at all. There's like another boon I think I missed right there, but I know that probably doesn't stack either. But there are other type of boons do in fact stack, but not those. So if I want to have an attack boon from, let's say, Poseidon, and I get an attack boon from, you know, a Hermes. Oh, I don't think Hermes has one. Maybe he probably does. Yeah, I'm wrong. But those won't stack. However, they may offer me, if I come across another like god or goddess who has an attack boon, they may offer me an attack boon from, you know, that have a higher rarity. Now, there are like specific rarities for these boons, and the more rare the boon is, the more better it, you know, basically does in its damage components. Oh, so right here's a gate of chaos. I won't really go down. I don't want to go down there, though. Here, we're going to get to pick up some coin. Use that for a shop. So, how those boons work is, you know, quite straightforward and all that. However, there are some other boons that you can get your hands on, like the duo boons. Now, these specifically require you to do specific requirements or meet certain conditions in the, like, the world and levels that you progress through. These basically activate just by random and all that stuff, so it really depends on what you come across, because there's not going to be a guarantee that you're going to get that each and every run. And despite, you know, the skull appearing, we got 2 keys and no mini-boss, because usually that means mini-boss right there. So we're going to go over here. This is Kuron's shop. This is where we can buy, you know, healing items or, you know, other upgrades. I'll buy this. Alright, so we got ourselves a cast boon right here, and I'll pick up, you know, this heart. So that'll give me some, like, healing. I actually came across a battle to the death with this guy, which you can apparently do. So go over here, guys. There's another key. That's all we're going to be coming across, apparently, and nothing, you know, else that, can really help. Okay, so we got ourselves, you know, take that. That's basically what you kind of want to, you know, just do right here. Now, you can also destroy with these, like, activate these traps, and these will damage enemies, but they can also damage you as well, so you might want to be a bit careful. Okay, now I think we're going to be coming across a mini-boss. There are, like, different types of mini-bosses that you can come across here that actually armor damage really does help with this, you know, boss right here, so... that's why another reason why that, armor piercing is really good. So we go and beat this, and there we go. And now we got ourselves Dionysus. Dimitri, sorry. My bad right there. Let's go for the dash right there, yeah. So right over here, this is where we come across someone else who will help us. Oh. Okay, no, never mind.
Well, that's just it, Master Thanatos. I never was terribly fearful of you gods, if you'll forgive my saying so. far as I can tell, all of you seem to have your struggles much like mortals do. A fear of death aside.
What would you know of the struggles of gods? Now you have eternity to think on what you've done. Maybe I'll check again with you after another eon or two, see if you've learned anything more.
Oh boy.
Well, well. Prince Zed, just missed your stern-faced colleague. Feel that stillness hanging in the air? Sounds like he won't be checking up on me again anytime soon.
Thanatos really isn't such a bad sort once you get to know him, sir. Though I suppose you'll have to take my word for that.
Oh, I believe it, Highness. I should think that bringing death must be a lonely job. Perhaps you ought to try pushing a boulder sometime.
Okay, well, besides that conversation right there, Syphilis will offer you healing, which will heal you. I don't need that, though. Darkness or coin. I'm just going to get some coin because I've already, you know, kind of just, you know, done everything with that. So over here, each and every, you know, god and goddess will offer different types of boons. Right here, Dimitri will have slowing attacks, basically, because, you know, she deals with, like, frost and all that. Aphrodite will deal with, you know, more shielding kind of things. I believe... I'm trying to remember them all by name. Like, that's kind of the tough part. Okay, so we take that, and that. And we have Aphrodite. Now, Aphrodite will inflict, I believe, weakness. So I got a wave of despair right there. Okay. Now we're gonna get ourselves some nectar, because nectar's good. I should also point out that each and every time you do a world, you have to do a set amount of rooms. So with that in mind, you're going to have to just keep in mind of what, you know, you're going to be getting into and just prepare accordingly for, you know, the job. Because, you know, that's what you do. Just go over here, get some nectar. I'll go to Karen Shock, because I want to know if that fruit is going to be in there. Okay, it is. And this is where we're going to be going up to a boss right here. So this, you know, fruit thing right here, this will upgrade your boons. So you want to get those right there as best you can. There's a Zeus right there, a Zeus upgrade, but we don't have enough coin on me, so... Or on... Yeah, enough coin on me. To really... You know, do anything about.
What's new, Meg?
Just go in here.
Where exactly do you think you're going, Zacharias?
I think I'm going all the way to the top again, Meg. To find my mother. You won't stop me.
We both know that's not...
Okay, so yeah. Going over here, this is where the casting will come in handy. The more castings you have on an opponent like a boss, the more damage you can actually do to the boss. And that's kind of just, you know, the aim of like the game here. You just want to do as much damage as possible. So that's just kind of, you know, just something you just, you know, you like doing. You want to do. I don't like keep voice cracking, but whatever. Okay. Okay, they're over here, and she's down for the count. There we go.
Got you that time, Meg.
Pick that darkness up. So before I do end this run, and the video, I need to at least show this room and these two other shops right here. Just go in here. You can, you know, switch out your term, but you're going to heal in this water. So this is a Wall of Chiron, which will basically give you upgrades, or like, you know, passive upgrades where you get to restore a certain amount of health. You get a random item offered to the wall, and all of those stuff here. Now over here is the Pool of Purging. You can sell your boons for coin if you so wish, although you are limited in the amount of boons that you can sell. They only give you a total of 3, although I kind of wish they gave you more options in case you have like a boon you don't want to get rid of, you just want to get rid of. And other stuff, but it is what it is. I don't really do the pool purging. I don't really have much of a reason to, but that's just, you know, how things go. But that's gonna do it about for here for this recording of Hades. So I hope you guys liked what you saw, and if you want to stick around for more, and hope you all have a nice night, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.